20%, so get your head out your ass. I'm the antonym of the internet, still cleaning up the viruses that you had left. I think I'm falling in love again. Don't stop until you hear the I'm the antonym of the internet, been fighting on new grounds over if my love is valid. Fuck this cynicism, let the colors fly. Don't care, you think it's cringe because it's not your life. She said, do you like waffles? I said, hell yeah. Been watching Equals 3 until 2 a.m. I ain't got no iPhone, but I got a DS with a keychain, a pinky. Her cupcakes are the best. I've been failing my classes cause I don't give a damn. They say the world is my oyster, but the free market's a scam. Everything's been changing since last generation was born, and they won't try to take and change. Use a two-edged sword. I'm the antonym of the internet, still cleaning up the viruses that you had left. I think I'm falling in love again. Don't stop until you I'm the antonym of the internet, been fighting on new grounds over if my love is valid. Fuck the cynicism, let the colors fly. Don't care, you think it's cringe because it's not your life. It's never too late to fall in love with the world. Your past is not today, so say your stride with a twirl. Yeah, we've all made mistakes before, that's the fact of life. But once you restate your heart, you'll be just fine. Now it's your life, you say it's all mine, all mine. Revel in your friends and hobbies, let your heart speak. Wanna drift to say some shit, just block that internet freak. I'm the antonym of the internet, still cleaning up the viruses that you had left. I think I'm falling in love again. Don't stop until you I'm the antonym of the internet, been fighting on new grounds over if my love is valid. Fuck the cynicism, let the colors fly. Don't care, you think it's cringe because it's not your life.
Alrighty, everybody, welcome back to the Dragon's Arcade. So, we are going to continue with our playthrough of Mouse PI for Hire. Because I made that nice thumbnail and I'd like to keep using it. Yep, there it goes. Capture goes. There, capture go. Capture go. So, I finally figured out how to get the helmet. So I've just got to deliver... Wait, no, I don't have the helmet, actually. Wait. Sorry, wait, I don't have the helmet. I figured out where I need to go next, I think, though. So, I figured out, and this is like the most convoluted thing I've seen in a while. Especially in this game where, like, it's not obvious when you need to jump places. Hello, Code and Assembly. Nice to see you. So this is a weird one. We have to, like, jump up here, and then we have to jump on this thing, which gets us over here, which gets us to this vent. And I think this is the way forward.
Just leave me be, man.
Or, no, wait, this is just a secret room. Okay, so I still have no idea where the diving helmet is. I still have no idea where the goddamn diving helmet is, then, in that case. Oh my. What is wrong with me? Alright, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to get the freaking diving helmet of this guy. That's frustrating. Okay. Well, I've got to find another way forward. I'm basically just confused as to where to go from here, because I came back to Tammy using the warp. and I've gone all the way up here. I found a secret room. I even found a bobblehead in my research. I thought I found the way forward, but that was way too convoluted. It turns out it's just a secret room, that's it. I thought there was more stuff there, so I went ahead and stopped. But nope, it's not the way forward. I'm just being horribly convoluted about everything. As per freaking usual with me. The number of times I've made things more complicated than you need to be. Oh my. But, yeah, so everything's going pretty well, all things considered. I've been working on getting my Arcades deck good to go for when you come over Assembly. So we can play maybe a game or two of, like, Solo Commander. I've also been working on getting the Pauper deck. I have decided my second Pauper deck is going to be Bogles. The reason I decided on Bogles for my second is just partially because I really enjoy playing Bogles, but also I had Modern Bogles already built, and I found my old deck box with it, so I have a lot of the cards, like an insane amount of the cards for Modern Bogles. They're just like Pauper Bogles cards, because Bogles literally changed a ton between rarity levels, weirdly enough. Hello, Nerdo Dragon! The chat is actually on ultra low latency now today as well, by the way, in case you guys are wondering why I seem maybe a bit more reactive, or maybe I seem as slow as usual. The music is constantly playing still, and I still have no idea where to find that diving helmet, and it's gonna drive me mad. I might have to look at a guide for the diving helmet, because at this point I feel like I'm just going in circles, looking for an interactable. Yeah, at this point I really am just going in circles. I noticed it even last time. Yes, I also forgot to do it last time. The problem is, once you start a stream, you're not allowed to change the latency settings. It makes sense, right? You're doing a lot of stuff, and if, like, it goes on. Alright, so I found a guide for it here. Because I'm just like, I just don't want to spend, like, half the stream searching for a helmet. I'm a coward. I'm a dirty coward. I really need a I really need a Ramble had to pull out a guide counter, right? I no longer have my falling counter. But I need to repair that, or maybe make I had to use a guide. The guide counter of shame. Because I don't do it often, but I have had to do it on occasion. Okay, so it's saying you have to come out of here. And come this way. And then... Is it in here? I feel like I'm, like, right near it, and I'm just not realizing where stuff is. Oh, do I have to, like, jump up here on the pipes? No. Oh my god. Okay, well, wait. So the guide says, how to get the diving helmet. Cross back over the gap. It's in the ladder on your left. There should be a ladder to descend downward with. I'm guessing that's over here, right? Because... Or not. Okay, what are you guys up to at the moment? I'm currently lost looking for a goddamn diving helmet. It's going to be the death of me, I swear. Okay, ladder over here. And after the ladder, you should follow the path back to the docks. Find the bottom of the stairs. You first use the end area. You'll find a warp pipe. Wait, really? It's that simple? Just go back to the starting area and there should be a warp pipe? Alright, really? Ugh. Hey, if you can't figure out without yellow paint, that's just bad design. Yes, I do insinuate modern games at level design, have bad level design, so they need yellow paint. I don't necessarily think yellow paint is in and of itself a bad design. I get annoyed when it's, like, really obnoxious, but I don't think it's, like, terrible in most modern games. I do prefer it when they can be more naturalistic with it, right? When they can have, like, you know, oh, the rock is really worn away because this is a common climbing path that travelers use. Or maybe you see, like, you know, maybe you can climb up this stone face, so maybe you see, like, hooks and rope sticking out, or holes for where different rock climbers had embedded their little anchors, right?
Yeah,
I was working
no,
over
I
that
won't. I know
mod
him
to
all
Ring
too well.
Racer.
Now,
Took plenty of blame power to
give me them
translate
goods.
Hornet's mass to pixel art.
This goes in
Yeah,
here.
those points are
Put
gonna be really
that in
the points,
jig.
right? The points.
Okay.
What resolution are you using? Because that'll really depend on it, right? Because like
Put it
higher
together.
resolutions are a lot
could've
easier
done
to do
it
stuff like
myself.
circles and points.
You don't have the manual. Now,
Hurry
hurry
along.
along.
The
The
anti-shark
anti-shark cage is
cage.
right here on the boat.
Okay, the anti-shark cage makes me
Wait, the
nervous.
shark what?
Why are you shoving me in an anti-shark cage? I'm gonna talk with that other guy. Where'd he go? Oh, wait, he's still here. Where is the little bastard? I heard him go, haha. Oh well. Anyway, yes. I've been working on making some new decks. No. Half-Life showed us years ago how to guide players' attention. Use no level paint at least that much. Yes, and I do agree with you that it can be done much more effectively. But, like, you just said Half-Life did it, right? Like, most game designers can't take pointers from Half-Life correctly in the modern day. You're assuming that they're gonna actually be that good at designing video games. Also, the yellow paint can be useful. I just wish it were an option that was like able to be turned off. Honestly, if one of the things that yellow paint is an admission of being so brain dead, the artist couldn't think of any better way to know where to go, even though they have 30 years of history. Yeah. Now, when you're trying to do grabbable ledges, I think it can be fine, because at a certain point, those can get really fucking frustrating if you're throwing yourself and not knowing if you actually can grab a ledge. But that's mostly due to inconsistent design in games, where like sometimes you can grab a ledge, but sometimes you can't. And I always hate it when games do that. It's like, oh yes, we have, you can grab this ledge, but not this one. Why? Because we say so. Ha 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 ha. And it's like, okay, that's just gonna make me really annoyed with the entire ledge grabbing system. Like, I liked Avowed. Avowed was actually a very good example of that, I thought. They were like, hey, you can clamber over any ledge. We're gonna make it kind of obvious when you're not supposed to be clambering in this area, but like, just go for it. Grab anything. They just stopped trying, you mean. Also, yeah, I think that's what a code assembly said. Yes. Even though they have 30 years of history to go on. 100%. I'm not saying it's good. I am agreeing with you that Half-Life did it well, you know?
That away for sure.
You are not a creative enough artist to think of a solution for grabbable ledges, though. To be fair, I don't think they're a terrible concept. I just wish I could turn them off. Like, as an accessibility option, I think it would be fine. You know? Or maybe, like, easy mode, the ledges are, like, pointed to. Oh god, it's, like, toxic. I wouldn't mind that for, like, an easy mode, maybe. But, like, as a main game difficulty, it is really, really weird. Honestly, I actually go a bit further. I think, like, dungeons shouldn't have lit torches unless there are already people in there. It always struck me as really weird that you go into dungeons in Skyrim and it's all nicely well lit. Right? Like, just bring a torch and light them yourself. That's a cool mechanic to have. It adds to the gameplay. Having to, like, actually go out into the darkness. Or maybe you want to keep it unlit so you can sneak around like a stealthy sneak archer, because we know you're all doing that. Chuck and cheese, chuck and cheese. There it is. Got it. Okay, this is like really weird. God, my vision is like so obscured in this level. I get that part of the charm, right? And I do like the little reflection they have of my own face. That's pretty solid. We got a solution though. Slightly brighten them up as interactable like Thief. Things get dark and visible in their not glowing stuff. Yeah. And I mean, even, like, you talking about, like, global ledges, like, this game does it too, right? Whenever they have a platform you're supposed to jump off of, or a ledge you're supposed to jump off, you'll see little white paint splatters nearby. I love if I can set them on fire underwater. That's such a cartoon thing to do. I love cartoon physics. They let me set, like, fires underwater as long as I don't notice. Actually, it'd be really funny is if you're like, if you stared at a fire too long underwater, it goes out because you suddenly realize, oh yeah, it shouldn't be burning. We got a solution though. Slightly brighten them up as interactable like Thief. Visible in the dark, not glowing and stuff. Yeah. You are right. There are solutions and workarounds. There are games that have done it well. Avowed did a pretty good job of it, I'd say. They just made everything grabbable, so like when you saw a ledge you could jump to, as long as you could make the jump, you were able to do the grab. So that's, I think that's a solid solution in my opinion. I'm trying to think of another game that does a pretty good job of this. Oh, Elden Ring, actually, weirdly enough, does a, well, okay. Dark Souls games in general have mostly been bad about jumping. until Elden Ring. Like, the number of bullshit jumps you have to make in Dark Souls without even realizing it. Just due to how, like, until Elden Ring, you obviously had to do a running jump, and that was the only way you could jump was by doing a running start. Was really frustrating. Elden Ring fleshed out jumping as, like, a full-on movement mechanic. And between that and your horse, they just, like, let you go hog wild, which is great. Oh, boy. We got more robots! We got more robots, everybody!
Some things that don't react well to bullets.
Okay, so this whole little mini level is gonna be like a big old boss fight. Nice. I still have no idea what the scientist guy was saying just now. Like, I'm not sure if it was the artifact or if he was supposed to... Okay, so it's literally just cackles like a maniac. You're not really supposed to understand him. He's just mad German scientist guy. Alright! There's an achievement for killing a bunch of people by throwing barrels, and I'm very behind on that. Alrighty. But yeah, for all my complaints about the some of the bullshit jumps you have to make in game, particularly sometimes when you have to make jumps, but you actually shouldn't jump, you should roll, even though you do need to cross a gap. That's frustrating as hell. Honestly though, I kind of prefer that. I prefer it when there is less direction. You know, like I said, even if I wanted the accessibility option, I don't necessarily want it on. Because I do like the idea of Dark Souls and Elden Ring, when you try and jump somewhere you're not sure you can go, and you actually make the jump, and then you find something there. Or like Mario Odyssey, for example, right? Mario Odyssey had an insane amount of jumps and hidden objects that were like, only like, you basically had to use like game, you know, kind of like glitchy-ish chain combos of jumps together, so you could basically jump to really, really high places and get access to these coins. And there would almost always be like a reward or something up there, which is what I think makes exploration really useful, is when they actively like make it worth your while. Because like one of the things I've noticed in this game in particular, actually, this is actually a pretty good example of a lot of these issues, is like, they want you to do all these weird jumps for secrets, but so many times you'll get up to a ledge that looks perfectly jumpable, and it'll just be an invisible wall, and it really discourages you from, like, actually trying out risky jumps. Because you feel like you're just gonna run into an invisible wall over and over again. I mean, look, if you're gonna have, like, a double jump and dash and helicopter and all this shit, like, go full Mario Odyssey with it. You don't even have to do much, right? Just turn off the invisible walls for clearly climbable areas that aren't, like, outside the level bounds. Like, if you see a roof, you should be able to get on the roof, maybe put an invisible wall past it or something. You can create that legends with natural value changes. Yes, that's also true. Although that's also easier in a 2D game when you're not trying to make it like a naturalistic world. Although you can do similar stuff by just having like worn footpath areas, right? So like, you know, like I was saying earlier with like climbing paths or whatever, maybe the rock is really scratched up because a lot of people have been climbing that direction before. You can have... Best solution to make everything work according to the internal game's logic. That's really asking much. Valve does this to an extent. Yeah. And again, I think you are right. You are right. It's better when you're not being, like, led down a pathway. To be fair, those kind of things also work best in games that actually will take advantage of it. Because, like, even if you don't put yellow paint everywhere, right? If the only way you can go is, like, one straight path forward, you can only interact with this one, like, ledge area, and this one, you know, climbing area, and this one other area, and it's like, oh, so we're just going down a corridor, it's just weird, it's just weirdly shaped. I think those I kind of hate the most. Like, just either, if you're gonna shove me down a corridor, just shove me down a corridor, I'm sorry. Like, making me have to figure out where to go when you're really just sitting me down a straight line, but you want to have more time for your vocals is a little weird. Kind of way I'm assuming I should be able to do something in mechanics that's covered, yeah. Actually, one of the reasons I think I really like Doom. Doom also has its fair share of a handful of invisible walls, but Doom 2016 had a lot of times where you could just jump all over the place and do stuff. 3D also has values that can change. That is true. That is true. They can. His voice is so weird. Like, is that supposed to be like a German accent or something? I have no idea what this doctor's voice is about. Okay, so note to self. Dash does not make you invincible. Where is your stuff, buddy? God, this game so many times. Okay, there it is. Alright, next round. There is no difference. Okay, I see your point. I do think there is a bit of a difference in the sense that a lot of 3D games, especially nowadays, can go for realism. But I also see your point that the value difference can be textures are 2D anyway. That is true. That is true. But I will also say, like, the whole realism thing, I mean, we both have talked about realistic graphics in games before and how we're not a huge fan of it. But it is something that games are focused on at the moment. To be fair, I also think it's like a result of over-focus grouping games. And every games are being projected in 2D. Wow, you guys are just gonna really not let this one go. You are pretty much right though, so I can't argue. I can't poke any holes in that, to be fair. One of the other things I will say is I do think one of the roots of the whole problem though is this like hand-holding that games still have. It's not as bad as the 2000s, I will say. Like, there was a point in, like, the 2010s, or late 2000s, early 2010s, when they were, like, overly focus-hoping everything. But there is this sentiment still where, like, if a playtester stares at a wall for too long, they paint the wall with a giant arrow or something. You know? The sense that we can't even let the players immerse themselves in the world and explore. They have to be constantly making sure we have the hype train filling through their brains. The hype train must continue to flow through their brains. I mean, I'm currently not breaking your shit at the moment. I'm looking around for shit to break. If that helps. Realistic can still have visual clarity. Again, I'm not arguing that. I'm pointing out that it is more difficult. I mean, yeah, realistics can have visual difficulty because, like, if you're on a trail in a forest, right, even if it's not like a paved pathway, you're still gonna see the direction that people have trod through, right? You're still gonna see like the dirt path that has been trotted through by multiple people. You're still gonna see that there's an area that has less foliage. There are loads of like subconscious clues you can use without being overt about it. I agree with that 100%. And the value change is also something you can still do, just in a much subtler version of it, depending on the art style. Alright, buddy, I'm really not sure where your stuff is. I want to break more of your stuff just to make you annoyed at this point, but I have no idea where your freaking little canisters are. God, if this were a time session, I would be so annoyed right now. I feel like there's an obvious one I'm missing. Hey, asshole. Can you not? Oh. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. There was a door.
Hello? Anyone here?
Or logic. Either way is good. Good. Hello? Where do I have to go to break some shit? Hey, it's my diving suit. Here's the philosophy of rejecting games I've discovered or invented. If you do not do it in real place or realistic but heavily inspired, you get more freedom with locations, same with visual, language, other stuff. Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. It does really depend on location too.
Killing first.
I don't mind like safety rails and like climbing stuff on the side, on like a fire escape, for example, in a New York apartment, right? Because that can be just, you can disguise that as like fire safety stuff or whatever. I mind a lot more in the ancient ruins of the ancient ones that somehow still have modern climbing gear on it. What to add value changes everywhere with no restraint, so it can't function as a visual engine. Most important is that realistic video games, what to add value change everywhere with no restraint. Yeah. That is kind of what I was talking about when I was talking about like realistic video games, right? Is that They try and recreate the values you see in everyday life without trying to actually focus on making the game readable. It's not to say you can't do it well. Rockstar does a pretty good job of it, but like they're an exception, not a rule. Can your stuff stop shooting? Maybe I'll stop breaking it. Oh my, you are so annoying. Stop. There's so many turrets everywhere! Jeez. Your stuff is trying to break me. I feel no guilt. You know what? Fuck it, we have cannonballs everywhere. It requires restraint. Yes, most certainly. So it's not going to happen in GTA 6, that's for fucking sure. That game is the opposite of restraint. Gods, his voice is annoying. Like, really annoying. Not in a fun way either. He reads like the same lines over and over again. His voice is just... Can you get a new voice line, please? Oh, shoot, I blew myself up. And that's why instead of recreating realism mechanisms, you should be inspired by realism ideally, unless you're doing explicit sim. Yeah, like, simulation games are one thing, but that's, you know, most games aren't trying to be, what, you know, Euro Truck Simulator, or, oh god, what's, like, the space trucking game? What's the space trucker game? I'm trying to remember what it's called.
There you are. Yeah. Oh, great. He's not just mad, he's a full-blown idiot.
Alright. Bang, baby. Haha! Brain gun! Get brain gun! Elite Dangerous, that was it. Thank you. Driving me a little mad. Not too mad, but a little mad.
Some things in here don't react well to
Elite Dangerous, yes. You're not trying to be Elite Dangerous or something, right? Even those games usually do a pretty decent job at, like, guiding players. I mean, hell, even Elden Ring does a pretty decent job of guiding players. Just by, like, making the platforms you should be jumping to more obvious than the ones that aren't. Like, so, like, if a jump is too hard to do, you'll usually be obviously too hard to do. Like, even Torrent can't make it, you know? Look at, GTA San Andreas. Feels like a real place. San Andreas feels real, but it works the same as casual locations and random ramps and other stuff. Not only flows seamlessly fit together. It also benefits from the fact that, like, you can go tumbling down a mountain and players are expected to not really... you jump on top of things at your own risk in a GTA game. Jump on top of shit at your own risk. Alright, one more. I think we only have a few more of these things to go. Is he trying to stab me with a syringe?
I'm like a dog. You're not slithering away this time.
Gotcha.
Looks like your research just
Honorary membership card
funded.
for our overseas friends and comrades in science with social issues with a tremendous Z. Like, it's like one of those participation awards. It's like, oh, our dear friend escaped the submarine. Okay. How do I escape the submarine? Maybe I need to go into his office? Let's go into his office and see if there's a release button. Ah, here we are. The big lever. The big clunk lever. You know, it's weird that it doesn't go clunk. Because it's like a big heavy lever. It should go clunk. This philosophy is slightly lost in GTA 5 with instead questions of what realistically would be here. Yeah. Again, I'm not hugely familiar with GTA games, but I have watched enough people play them, and I've played them a bit enough to understand the physics are those, like, it's Rockstar's, like, patented, you know, realistic movement bullshit. I've never liked the way that Rockstar games feel. I tried to play Red Dead a while back, and I know I've tried Red Dead 2 at least a little bit. I think I got a copy of it for free on PlayStation like membership or whatever. And I always hated the way you like continue to move, if that makes sense. Like the realistic motion physics where you like stop moving, your character keeps going for a few seconds. I don't know, something about it just always felt like awkward. And I get it. You're supposed to make it look like you're moving like a real person would, right? You're not stopping and starting cleanly like a video game. And Rockstar's really all in on like that realistic motion, realistic movement, realistic everything, to the point where they simulated a horse's balls and had you accurately skinning animals. And it's all very technically impressive, but it's just kind of
gastropods.
ah, God. So I'm gonna be crucified for this, but I think it's boring. Like, when I watch the guy skin an animal, I'm like, okay, cool. Is that like a one-off animation or a... Oh, no, it's a multi-animation. Oh, you gotta do this every time? Oh, fuck this shit. I'm out. Like,
you can't stop me.
It is cool on a technical what computers can do level. Like, let me make this very clear. On a CGI movie level, you know, interactive movie kind of angle, Red Dead 2 is an immensely impressive technical, you know, technical achievement. It just doesn't feel fun and snappy to play.
Well, son of a
Every person
gun.
moves like a cine truck.
That's actually good.
Right? Right? Huh? And just wait till they sit in the cellar for a month.
Real flavor magic.
This is why I stockpile melted cheese.
And yet you keep
Coming
coming back.
I was saying no, because no. Not every person moves like a semi-truck.
Cornelius, we need
Yes,
to talk.
exactly.
Shoot your shot.
No matter how good they get
just
this
make it
realistic
quick.
motion bullshit,
Got a
it will
mail,
never
get
feel
to
as
debate,
good as a
razzle,
From
dazzle,
Software
and a few.
movement system.
I
Or
found Steve.
a Doom-style movement system where you can double jump and bunny hop and shit.
Great news. Fantastic, even.
It's one of those things with
I
games
just
where I
knew
feel
he
like they get so
couldn't have
concerned with being
kicked
realistic
the
that they
bucket.
forget to be fun. And don't get me wrong, I think Red Dead 2 is a fun game if you can get into it. I just can't stand the constant
Those were
animations
days.
that are unskippable.
Remember?
Just all these
He's fine,
unskippable
by the way.
animations and blah blah
Look,
blah.
Corny,
There's so much fluff
between the
in the
mess
way of
he
the
got himself
gameplay, and
into,
the story's
the
pretty
shrew
solid.
abductions, Kurt's
Or Mario
premature
movie. Or
rapture
Mario
of
movie. Yeah, we had this
Minecraft.
down in 2D at
know.
least. Back in like
Something's
the
sitting right
80s.
with me.
Or if you really want to say like things have
It just
improved,
feels
like
like there's a
joysticks,
common
the early
denominator.
2000s
Like
at latest.
somebody
Like
pulling
we
the cheese
had
strings.
it.
And
We
who might
have
that
it.
be, Jack?
It's good.
That's what's
Movement
bothering
feels
me.
good in games
I don't
now.
know.
We
My
don't
running theory
need
is
this
it's someone
realistic
tied to
motion
BMP,
bullshit.
Or at least
It
playing
just
nice with 'em.
feels
But
awkward.
I'm still missing too many pieces.
I feel like
Figured
honestly the
maybe
realism
you caught a
debate
whiff or
reminds
something
me
during
of
your
like
campaign.
people who
Anything at
complain
all,
about
throw me a
unrealistic
bone here.
physics in
Jack,
on
I'd
movies,
love to.
or they complain
But
about
I only know what's
how
public.
the characters like
call me
how we
crazy,
never see
but
the characters going to the
slinging
bathroom or
mud at
something.
the
It's like
opposition is not
the
exactly
reason
the
those
folk
parts were cut out is because they were unfun.
With the right charm.
Why limit it to 2D?
You'd be
Yeah, that's fair. That's
surprised
fair.
what
Mario
you can
64 was
get
quite
away
good in
with.
3D too. Yes, Mario 64.
I get it, Cornelius.
I don't include Mario
This ain't an
64 because it was
official capacity,
N64
of course.
exclusive, and that controller
Just
was
asking as a
torture.
friend who just so happens to
I've tried to
have,
use an N64 controller once. I
incognito
fucking hated it.
informants. Capiche?
I hated playing Mario
I'm
64.
sorry,
The
Cisco.
gameplay is fine, but like the
I know
medium
the
you
play's
engaged with
dirty.
it was
Policies reek worse
a
than
bit rough.
week old
The
Rockford.
bit rough.
But see,
Mario Sunshine, on the
They're
other hand, now the
so drunk on their own
GameCube had a
fondue,
marvelous
they
controller.
rarely bother to make sure it doesn't spill.
Not perfection.
If
I
they've
still
got
think the
their
C-stick could have
paws
just been
in
a
this
regular joystick, but
trust you to
we were
dig
close.
up the
We were
proof.
close to perfection with the GameCube.
In the
controller.
meantime,
close, so close, so
I'm
very
gonna keep
close.
Fighting on
And honestly, the C-stick
even-
had its own uses. I kind of liked how a lot of games used it as a sort of hotbar key,
I
a
can't tell if
hotbar
that makes you an idealist
thing,
or
even
a
if it meant you had no camera controller.
Maybe both.
But yeah,
maybe neither.
it had straight off. So that cameras in 3D games and GameCube were
Yeah,
kind of
well,
shit.
good luck, buddy.
Like
You
even
fight your
like
fight,
Metroid,
and I'll
right?
fight mine.
You had to use like the lock-on feature to aim if you wanted to like really rotate the camera. I can make a full debate. What is
Jack?
realistic?
Wanda.
Does Digital
You're
Circus
looking
Sony
downright
answer
chipper.
questions? Was Jack Circus
Case closed on Vandal, I take it?
Well, let's just say I put a.
I guess I can make
major
this
dent
full-on
in the
debate. What is
offshore
realistic
import
movement?
of
Not to mention
fringe
instinctive real.
science malarkey.
I feel like that misses the
Like
point,
I
though. It's not about what's
really
realistic. It's about what's
infringed on
fun.
future
And games need to
peer-reviewers
remember
of those
that.
decades.
A movement system
And
is
they-
designed to enable
it
a
was
player to interact with the game
infringemental
world.
Yeah,
It is
yes,
not
yes,
designed to show off your fancy 3D graphics
think he's
engines.
done for.
That's what the
Although I gotta
graphics are
admit,
for.
He could take a bullet and nobody's business.
I don't
Yeah,
mind a
well,
little bit.
he won't
You
be
know,
causing
like
trouble
the
no
head
more.
bobbing
Mouse
stuff.
burgers
Games have been
can
doing like
sleep
head
easy
bobbing
tonight.
when you're running.
They couldn't have done
I
it
think that's
without
fine.
you,
It's a
Wanda.
visual indicator that
Yeah,
you're running.
well,
1 second, I'm gonna take a
Can't say
16.
it's all pro bono. Your stunts tend to make for a hell of a headline.
Speaking of which,
There is
Hold off on
so
running
much
the story just
bullshit.
Huh? That's a first. You usually love getting your stories out there. The mysterious
And I just
PI
want,
has
I
done it
just
again and
want,
such.
like,
Something about keeping
the
the clients
game
coming
is
to
not
phone call?
about realistic
that's the
movement
general
unless the
idea.
challenge is
But
like
this
over
time,
realism movement and
something
like having to
stinks.
like manually
Too
control a bunch
many
of
hands
subconscious
and
stuff. Like
too
there's
many
like the
pockets.
realistic
I guess
runner
these
game where you have to
scientists
control the
love to
track
play
guy
the
but actually like
maker. I
compressing
saw enough of it
muscles,
during
you
the
know?
war to make
That's
anyone sick.
realistic
But
movement, but
this-
it's realistic movement in a gameplay
this
sense of,
horror
hey, wouldn't this
show
be
is run
overcomplicated
with
bullshit
serious
to actually have to
money. I don't know
manually
where
do?
it's coming
Or
from.
like the game where you have to
You
like
think it's
manually
local?
remember to breathe
Someone
because
with
you're
enough
dead.
pull to bankroll
I
the
forget about that,
operation
what the
and
one was
keep it
called.
off
But
the
yeah, you
books?
die and you have to
Well,
like
I doubt the
manually
crooked
breathe
cops
for your
came up with
character.
feeding the shrews to lab rats on their own. Someone was
QWOP.
making them promises.
Yeah, but
And
what I'm
then
saying
when
is
you know
chasing
it,
realism is a
poof,
lost cause. Maybe behaviors
BMP
you're going for
pops
realism
up in the
and
bucket
fit
of
that to the game
potential
controls. Right.
leads.
And I think the
Look,
thing is,
I
the
know they're
games
no
that
saints,
mimic
but
realism
this
the
feels a little
most
too spy
make
thrillery
the
for my
frustrating
taste.
gameplay
You
of
got
that
anything
realism the
conclusive to work
point.
with?
They're
Yeah,
often
not
joke
yet.
games or frustration
Like
games
I'm
that
right in
built
the center
around
of
the
a
limited
tangled knot
movement.
of string cheese
Right?
and BMP's
Like trying to control
greasy
physics
fingerprints
objects
on
in
every
games is
strand.
basically chaos theory.
But all I've got
You
so
better you
far
are
is
better
a
off literally
gut
rolling
feeling.
dice.
Your gut feeling.
Oh,
is a
have you ever
nasty
tried
habit
to
of turning
properly
out
set
right.
something down in
It's
Skyrim?
the collateral
Like
damage I worry
literally,
about.
just like set something down on a table in a
Either
specific
BMP's
way at a
clean
specific
or I'm
angle.
missing a piece. Just
It is
give me a few
functionally
days to figure
impossible.
out which, will you?
It
Sure
is
thing, Jack.
theoretically possible,
Sappy
but
as it may sound,
functionally impossible.
I believe in you. Almost as
And
much as I believe
trying
in the
to
power
make
of the
that better
press.
is fine,
I believe
but trying to apply
in
that same
pressing
idea to
on.
everything else just drives me to madness. It's why I don't think I'm not really into Rockstar
Anything you
games,
need,
like
boss?
right, because like I
Actually,
feel like they're
yes.
chasing that realism
You got
vibe,
that
and you know what? It's
slippery
fine.
look, like a guy
I
who
think
knows
that
things
pushing
he ain't
graphical
supposed
technology,
to.
while it is
Oh.
annoying for some developers to
flatter
continue
me,
chasing
boss.
it,
The
can lead to good
bestest of,
things. Like the Callisto Protocol was a beautiful
Yeah,
display
yeah,
of
yeah,
graphics
look,
in
I
a
need
shit
intel
game,
on that
but there are gonna be
towering
some
hulk from
excellent
Walla
people
Bay.
who do some
Towering
really
hulk?
good graphical work
There were
using
three
the
of 'em, a
designs,
weirdo
the techniques
scientist,
they
a crooked
refine.
cop, and a
That
third
game's gonna be
guy,
shit,
humongous.
but it'll show people what the current
Oh,
hardware can
Hiroki.
do, and so they can
No,
use it for
thanks,
one
not
really
hungry.
impressive set piece.
No. My best boss.
But
Hiroki
chasing realism,
came-
especially realistic
The hell
graphics, can
kind of
still lead
name
to
is
shit
that?
games.
Well,
Rockstar is
his
apparently one of
real
the
name
only
is
people who can
Buns.
still make something
Jacob
fun
Buns,
while
but
making
everybody
it super
calls him
realistic. And they put,
Hiroki Jake.
like, look how long
Alright, so
GTA
now
6 has
is
been in
spoiler
development.
already.
Look how much time and
Uh,
energy they had to
right,
put into
uh,
Red Dead 2
small
to make it
time
even
crook.
fun for
Used to
other
run with
people.
the
Not even
boys.
not for me, because I'm not a huge fan of it.
burglary, some
But other people found it fun.
skull-cracking,
And I
usual
don't doubt they found it
Fort
fun, because the
Side
shootouts can be
Then-
fun.
He got noticed. Started climbing out
but
of the gutter. Went
I
big time, got on
genuinely
BMP's
do
payroll,
think
right? And
they are
now
probably the only
he's
studio
their
I've seen that
right-hand
focuses
man.
on realism and
Let me get
actually
this
still
straight.
makes enjoyable
Small-time
games.
quick wakes
Even if
up one
I
day and
personally don't
suddenly
like
he's a
them.
big boss.
But almost
Yeah.
everyone else who does it. I mean,
only
again,
happens
the
in
Callisto
comic
Protocol, I'm going to
strips.
bring that one up. That was a fucking train wreck.
boss,
I played
the
a bit
world's
of
a
that
funny
game on
place,
stream.
ain't it?
I think I quit after
Yeah.
what? The second
Real
or third
funny.
stream, right?
Yeah.
I did like 3 streams
So,
of it and it
that'll
was
be
like,
350.
no,
Be what now?
I'm
Well,
done.
boss,
Maybe I don't need it
Intel
too.
ain't
I actually can't
free.
remember.
I have
That
to
game is
provide,
just like
you know?
a brown
Yeah.
blur to me.
Should've
It was
seen that
repeated
coming.
sewer levels, uninteresting monster designs, and the character moved so realistically. And the way you whacked enemies and they like fucking recoiled, holy shit, the animation. Somebody spent days making sure that your wrench properly made some impressive really, you really felt like you were about to break the jaw of whatever you hit.
What about a thing that
But the
zips you
gameplay
straight where you
shit.
need to go? Think
It was
fast
so
and travel.
shit.
You mean like a car?
Okay, well, you can't be the first to invent everything. Sup, Jack?
Oh, I still remember that. That game. I think that's one of the only games I've really quit on. Like, I've said, like, I'm gonna do this in my own time before, but I have still, to this day, not gone back to the Callisto Protocol. Not even, like, one-off. Like, I don't even want to try to go back. I've had other games where I'm like, you know, I need to at least give it another try. Even if I don't love it in the end. Or even if I don't finish it, I at least want to give it another another try. You know, see, maybe if I like not doing it on stream, not being in such a rush, I'll like it a bit more. I hated Callisto Protocol so much. That game was just unpleasant to play. Make a point that Ryo Hayabusa moves realistically for a person with infinite stamina. He moves realistically for a ninja action movie star. Yeah.
Interesting.
And the
picture's
doctor.
starting to form.
So I got all the clues now. I can resolve the
EMP
mystery.
radicals all the way through. It
Well,
was
yeah,
slowly
like, why,
right
do
in
we
the
really need a
face,
conspiracy
mocking
board?
every
Like, every
wasted
time we
hour.
go to anywhere,
But
they're just the
now-
BMP are
now I had
everywhere.
'em. The case had to rest. And so did I. Badly.
Oh, I'm gonna get,
'Cause
like, kidnapped or
tomorrow
something.
it would all come crashing down.
And I would be there to swing the hammer.
hammer.
But yeah, like, again, it's this thing where I think games have been chasing realism for years. Because, I mean, that's been the goal, right? To, like, accurately simulate stuff. It's not a bad goal, and I think it has led to a lot of good stuff overall. But I do think in recent years, their
After a day
obsession with
like that,
reaching
night
this kind of
after
photo-level realism, right?
Boy, did it.
It's one of the push for AIs in gaming is to like finally reach that photo level realism. All it's done is push us further into the Uncanny Valley, in my opinion. But like still, oh my gosh, my wing is like twisting. My wing, I'm in such pain right now. My wing is distorting into fractal shapes from beyond time and space. Look at this abomination. I think it's twisted into itself like 5 times. I want to scream.
I woke up just when the smoke got real. And sure
Oh look, we investigated a shady Nazi organization and they set our house on fire. How original.
consumes everything.
How original. Oh wow, they didn't just set our house on fire. They set everything on fire. They set everything on fire.
John, what the hell's going on?
Hell's going on, that's what. Come on, we gotta scram. Whole damn block's going up.
Who's behind it?
Mobsters,
There's
coppers, party thugs, the whole damn
circus.
circus.
Damn. They're after the evidence.
On that, what's his...
Yeah, I stashed it in your bar.
You stashed... Get what? No wonder these morons are tearing up
We
my
fucked up
shop.
our friend's life.
No
That's
time to argue. We gotta find it
the funny
before
thing
they
about
do.
accuracy and
Get on
realism
my
is
back and
possible
let's
since
go.
PS1, but it's expensive and definitely not for
What?
computer electronics.
You're
Yeah.
not pocket-sized, pal, so get on.
Oh, I swear, if this gets out...
Oh my god, we're giving him a piggyback ride. This is fucking amazing.
Keep looking, Doofus. We gotta find all the evidence.
This is great. I love that we're giving our friend a piggyback ride. Oh yeah, baby! We got chainsaw ammo! I was so afraid the chainsaw was gonna become this like one-off weapon. I will say, I do love this like ranged chainsaw blast. Haha! Slash, 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 slash! Actually, some games were made from this tech in some companies. Yeah. Well, and again, we've seen realistic stuff. Like, there were some NVIDIA trailers before NVIDIA stock went to, like, hell in a handbasket, and they were all about AI, right?
Mayhem start. Grabbed a bus, packed in whoever she could.
Brave girl.
But no, I remember this marble. Like, they had this, like, marble track of a marble, like, running down some stuff in, like, super realistic lighting. It was really impressive. I forget if it was from, like, 2016 or 2017. It was before the current AI boom. And they were still focused on, like, super realistic graphics, right, as their main selling point, for all their shit.
Smells like burnt cheese.
And it was, like, photorealistic, basically. But it was also pre-rendered, because you've been able to make photorealistic pre-rendered stuff for a while, and if you have a game of mostly pre-rendered assets, you can do some impressive stuff. Oh my god, we got like a full nuts. The Nazis are going full Normandy over here. Flying students, but scaled down, I think. Daytona Use was made by a little company as a game. Yeah. Again, I get that there have been, like, very impressive graphics for a long time now. It's just been, like, really expensive to use them in, like, the kind of ways that people seem to want to use them. And the thing is, I feel like we're also losing something. Okay, so I was actually watching this recently. So I was watching because I stopped watching Avatar Season 2. I don't think the new Avatar show on Netflix is worth my time, so I stopped watching it. But I was watching this takedown of it, essentially, by Mother's Basement. You know, Jeff. He's pretty good. I do recommend his channel. And he was talking about it, and he had this section on the airbending, right? And how airbending like looks like fart clouds, like you're throwing fart clouds at everybody. But then he goes on to say, it's like, yeah, but if you're doing it in live action, it's like, it's always going to look like that. Like, you're never going to be able to make it look like the animation did. And I just had this kind of realization thinking back to that. It's like, we're chasing realistic graphics when, like, stylized graphics can be so useful for video games specifically. Like, imagine if you wanted to have a game where you were an airbender or an airbender-styled character, right? Where you could control air and do, like, air blasts. If you had to do that in a super realistic graphics engine, it would look way worse than if you did it in a stylized, shell-shaded cartoon way where you actually had air bursts. Flat and hard objects, not hard. That's why driving games look so good. Chrome hoods. Yeah, exactly. We've had realistic metallic for like a long time. Reflection mapping has gotten really good too. I'll say that. Reflection mapping has gotten insane, even like a few years ago, honestly. And I'm just like, I feel like we're chasing these realistic graphics, and are we really gonna want them when it's all said and done? Like, will we really look at these realistic graphics and say, you know what? This is better than that shell-shaded Zelda game. Now we can see Link with realistic hair. And that's it? Yeah. So what now? We've chased graphics our entire lives. What do we do at this point? Oh, wow. This is gonna be like a big, gigantic set piece. Jeez. Just a guy, I walk out and get gunned down by the police and written off as a mad maniac. Yeah. Well, it was also like Toy Story looked as good as it did, right? Because they didn't have to make the toys look realistic like people. They made the toys look realistic like toys, so they had that glisten, and they kind of like, you know, they looked plasticky. Because they were literally supposed to be plastic. And if you see any of the humans in Toy Story, they look like horrible eldritch abominations. Sid, I think Sid actually, like, scared me a bit as a kid. Because he was just so wrong.
Damn it. We're too late.
The subsurface scattering needed for flesh is still questionable because you need bones under that meant to scatter differently. Yeah.
You're right.
And the way that rigging works is we don't have, like, entirely realistic bone systems unless you're making a skeleton model. Right, so, yeah, I agree. It's going to be way too difficult to actually do a realistic, like, fully realistic, skin, right? They've been trying with that AI stuff, but man, that Resident Evil test footage looked bad. That looked bad.
Melted.
God, they made all the characters look like they had a different face. AI is not the way forward for graphics, in my opinion. I feel very confident saying that I don't think AI is the way forward for graphics. I really just do not. I feel confident. Maybe some AI tools. One of the uses for AI I use most often is image background removals. When you want to remove a background from an image, so you can easily use the subject of it. Because it used to be I had to manually cut those out, but background removers have gotten very good these days, which I think is useful. There are a lot of other uses as well, like identifying, you know, the words in the audio track to create subtitles, or trying to like target things in a thing for like if you're trying to attach a graphic to someone in a video. I've done that once or twice. Used an AI tool to use it, like AI motion tracking to keep the object, like, you know, a helmet graphic centered over a head or something. But I think NVIDIA is like currently trying to position AI as like a graphics thing, and I just don't see that. It's just not, like, all the examples they've done have been like pretty bad, like really, really bad. And they seem to be like just worse and less efficient versions of what we already have to an extent too. Like, is this really so much better? Oof. But yeah, realistic graphics are, I think, a bit of a dead end. And I don't know what video games are going to do. Because, like, it's a lot like TVs, right? TVs for years chased the bigger and better picture, you know? We wanted more color, more pixels! And then we got to 8K, and just nobody is getting on board with 8K. 4K people got on board with. People say, I've heard people say 4K didn't take off. My parents have a 4K TV. It took off. Even if it's just a buzzword and people can't tell the difference, people are at least willing to give 4K the time of day. They're not willing to give 8K the time of day. Mostly because, like, when those people ask the tech person they know, right, they tell them 8K is basically worthless. Like, 4K is already only for, like, the highest picture quality. 8K is just pointless. Oh. For video games in particular, 8K is a dead end. Just because, like, the insane extra amount of graphics power you need to properly render an 8K game for, like, just such a minor side benefit, right? Like, I'm not even sure why you would want to do it, really. Because the benefit is not that big, and the graphics increase is like a 4-time graphics increase? Fuck that.
We made it, John.
All
Next
right.
time, less yelling, huh? Pretty sure my eardrum's shot.
To be fair, fair industry is stuck in dead end since PS3, basically. See, I don't believe that, actually. I think we've come a long way in ways that are more subtle. I feel like we're just now kind of reaching the dead end. If you actually look at older PS3 games, yes, they could have one or two things that were as detailed, but we couldn't actually have the entire game as detailed as we have now. Nowadays, we have shit like Expedition 33, which is very stylized, despite using a bit of realistic graphics. It is a very stylized game, and it is way too intensive for anything the PS3 could do. Reflections have gotten better. There's just like a bunch of stuff that's improved pretty drastically since the PS3 days, in my opinion. However, I do think around the PS4, we kind of reached the limits of graphics. The PS4 was a moderate increase over the PS3. It wasn't as giant as PS3 to, you know, PS2 to PS3. But it was a pretty significant leap forward, I feel like. You know? In the end, when you actually look back on it fully. But I feel like by the time, I feel like it was like a half step and the PS5 was the rest of the way. And then after that point, we're just like, I don't see things getting much better graphics-wise when it comes to raw, like, detail, you know? Now, there's always going to be the render more highly detailed stuff on all at once, but at a certain point, there's only so many detailed things a person can focus on, and it's just going to kind of become noise eventually. And, like, do you really want to be spending what the entire PS3's worth of graphic power over something that's literally going to be filtered out as background noise? I don't know. That just feels wrong. Cell thing never unleashed its full potential. Throw in optimization tricks to mix. Mix well. Ooh. It's noise now. Yeah. We are reaching the point where it's becoming noise. Now, I do think reaching the level of, like, Expedition 33, which is a gorgeous game that plays well, it runs well, which is amazing given how good it looks. I don't think Expedition 33, looking as it could with all those particle effects and all the detail on its monsters, could have existed in the PS3 area. I do not. I actually genuinely argue it would not be, it would look very, very different if they made it for the PS3. However, I don't see stuff getting much better than that. And if it does get better, it's going to be in very minor ways that aren't super important, I guess, or maybe needed is the right word. I don't know, it just feels odd.
The house is already blown to hell.
Would you
PS4 games with some adjustments and proper cell optimization can work on PS3, I believe, yes. Expedition 33 is a PS5 game, actually. See, the thing with the PS3 was, it was reaching the level of the PS4, but it could only do so in very small environments. When you got to larger scale environments, they tended to look less detailed, just because they couldn't fit enough detail into it. We've gotten to the point where they are able to have a lot of detail without having to give up the quantity of objects on screen.
Yeah, you bet we do.
Or think of like Sun Wukong, right? That's actually a pretty good system to find in my opinion. Sun Wukong. The Wukong game, right? That we had. Also, I thought I killed this guy already. Fucking asshole. Teleporting Jack. How is he able to teleport? That feels unfair. Alright. More same fit, so that would not surprise me at all. Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. The being able to do detail, like, here's how I look at it. The PS3 let you do detail, or it let you do lots of stuff. The PS4 said, why not both? And from there, I don't know where we go. That would be how I describe it, is the PS3 could do one or the other. The PS4 learned to do both. And the PS5 does both without, like, chugging like a goddamn monster or having to have loading times that are, like, 10 minutes long so it can pre-render everything. But, like, where do you go? Do you just make it portable? I mean, actually, I think that's a great example of it. Think about it this way. What other generation has had portable games look on the same level as console games? Like, I think that's, like, a sign that we're reaching the limits of graphics, actually. It's the fact that we have, like, the Valve Index as a console. The Switch, honestly, was like, because Nintendo's never been about graphical power, right? They've always been more of the gameplay and gimmick focus, which is actually good for them, because it means they're not constantly in this graphics race like everyone else. It's actually one of the things I agree with Nintendo about, is they have largely stayed out of the graphics race, and I think it's been good for them. I do wish they were willing to make their console a bit more powerful, but honestly, it's not a huge priority for me. It's not why I go to their consoles. I mean, if I go to them at all, well, you know, my feelings on the Switch 2 haven't been made. But I will say,
I'm not even
I do think it's not as simple. Granted, I'm no expert, I know a thing or two. Man, it wouldn't surprise me.
Boy, am I glad to see you.
Yeah.
Chop, Jack.
It is a very simplified version of that explanation. I am deeply simplifying everything. I want to make that clear. But the fact that we are getting portable PCs, right? Like handheld PCs, is like half the size of a laptop, that can play GTA 5, or even like brand new games like Wukong. Maybe not optimal settings, but they can play them. And once you start having games like that be playable on portable stuff, I feel like we're reaching the limits of graphics, right? Because you're just able to do it that way.
Evidence gone. So, I sat down and I had a drink. Then a few hundred.
Ever heard of the demo scene?
For the first time,
You mean like just like the demo games that come out?
The thing someone else did.
I mean, I know they used to be at E3 a lot.
He said,
since you're in deep and I'm the magician, let me be your Deus Ex Machina.
Oh look, we're getting a literal Deus Ex Machina. Isn't that fun?
Steve, that son of a bitch always had one more race up his sleeve.
Ooh, you
Told me from the frickin' beyond he'd made a habit of recording his shadier contacts, and he left.
No. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about. Playlist to live chat.
With a view.
Conspiracies Empire. Okay.
Somewhere in that mansion of his was the best.
Let's see. Let me see something. I'm going to pause real quick to just check it out. Because we are talking about this. Oh, wow. This is pretty. Oh, wow. Holy fuck. Actually, I'm gonna share this, because god damn. God damn, Fred. That'd be nutty. The way it's like sifting like sand or liquid. Damn, that's impressive. Look at those liquid physics. Holy shit. That looks like liquid, like glitter submersion liquid. It's made of nothing but 64 gigabytes of code. God damn it. That's impressive. Like, this actually looks like someone, like, stirring glitter in liquid, right? You know those, like, glitter-filled, like, water bottles or whatever? That's kind of what this resembles to me. Oh, wow, that's gorgeous. 64 kilobytes? This kind of shit is why AI makes me laugh. We need entire data centers to train these fucking things, but other people can just do this shit. Demo scene is usually limited to 64 kilobytes and have to be ran in real time. Nice. I'll have to check out more of this because that seems like cool. That seems like a good way to improve my my understanding of graphics technology. Thank you for the recommend. I'll have to check out the demo scene apparently. Cool as can be. All right.
Frankly, the only bet I had.
All right, we got to go back to his mansion to get all the dirt he got on the big mouse party. Ah, the mansion where we found the fucking creepy robot doll. Yeah, we want to go back there. Oof. Oof. But yeah, it's
Steve screwed up bad. People got hurt. But still, even screw-ups deserve a mulligan.
Man, he was like rich, wasn't he? Holy fuck. Steve, I get you played Vegas and all, but
Perched
like,
with a view,
damn.
just like he said.
Damn, Steve. Your house be swanky as fuck. Man has a swanky house. Like, I gotta give him points for style. It's not too obnoxious either. It's very, very classic. Very classic, Steve. It's got a sense of, it's got a vibe of very, like, I don't know, Victorian vibe, but without being obnoxious about it. Very good, Steve. You might be a cowardly little cunt who ran away from me constantly and dropped me into an abyss not once but 3 times. But I will say you have freaking taste. Well, sometimes. Like, what is this statue, Steve? And why is it tucked in an alcove? Never mind, Steve is just weird. Like, why do you need a random altar statue tucked into its spiral bushes? What the fuck? Also, these poses. These poses.
Hey!
Alright, I'm being a sneaky little motherfucker. Well, I was being sneaky, now I'm just gonna throw an explosive. Ha 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 ha.
Of course, the
Got him.
big Muppet Patrol beat me to it.
Ha 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 ha. Yeah, of course they're... I mean, Steve was like one of their last loose ends. Of course they're gonna, like, silence them. Oh wow, we got the cultists and the police!
Wow, what a mansion.
Jeez, Steve. You really went all out with this place. What the fuck is this? Is it holding up wheels of cheese? Steve was in some weird shit. Then again, he did literally make his own robot waifu, so I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Also, his fanboys seem to have really gone all out with the whole cult thing, just like everywhere. Got him. Come on. Run into the kill corridor. He would probably have just Googled statues rich assholes would have and then ordered this. That is fair. God, it's like... Honestly, if I had a mansion, I would probably, like, actually get, like, custom dragon statues made. You know what? I would have a statue of, like, Toothless with, like, Saphira and Spyro and Temeraire just all throughout. Just, like, a bunch of random dragon statues from different points in their particular forms of media. Alright. Yeah, stinks. Get him back, Trigger. Alright. Pop a chili pepper, please. Haha. Potion. Well, at least we're getting lots of ammo. That is worrying me a bit, though, because this game was pretty stingy on ammo for a while, and now we're getting a ton of it, so I'm starting to worry. This game is not giving me a vibe that likes being nice to me. God damn it, I've got to do a puzzle. Ugh, let's find the statuettes or whatever that go on the particular that go on the stands. I've seen this enough times. Alright, so where do we gotta go? Where do we gotta go? Where do we gotta go? Haha, blow your head off.
Get a nice thing going, then let it rot without blinking.
Wow, this thing is, oh wow, he really did just let this place go. This house is a cheap shit job. It just looks nice. Oh my god. Steve, what is this? What is this thing? He built a mansion and he got the budget contractors to do all the work, and so it's shit and it's falling apart. That actually is a really accurate description of his character. He seemed to be very short-sighted and impulsive. You know, you were learning a lot about our friend just by, like, exploring his house. I think that's actually really cool. Hell of a long stretch for war rooms to hear about. Most of them do, but this one could have had me, Jack, and Corny. Tough call, sure. Always is with POWs. But we pulled through. We always did. They didn't call us the invincible trio for laughs. So much gold we could have lived like rat kings. Carpets this thick. Shows is plenty thick. All for a price of a few shallow graves. At least Stilton keeps in touch. More can I say about
The invincible trio.
Broken by
a conscience.
So there was some disagreement over, like, going after money. I'm guessing it was probably some, like, money they found in the war, right? That they could have had access to, so. Game gives you ammo, you're worried. It's party time, not time to worry. They're gonna send a lot of enemies at me as well, I'm afraid of. They are. Yeah, I'm gonna need this ammo. Alright, so we need to find all the pieces of Steve's diary. Okay. Gotcha. I keep picking up barrels and not using them correctly. I have to find the lever handle, really? This is a puzzle inside of a puzzle inside of a puzzle. Puzzleception right here. So we have to find the lever handle so we can continue trying to find all the pieces of the diary, so we can theoretically find a way to find the thing that goes on that pedestal, so we can find a way to get to the tower. Like, holy shit, there don't need to be this many layers to it all. You can just have things be straightforward. It's allowed. Things are allowed to be straightforward, game. Yep. Alright. What did that do? Ah, secret keg door. Ah, the good old secret keg door.
Turns out you did diversify. Freeze.
Damn. Impressive.
Freeze.
You know what? I take it back. I give Steve credit. He is a pretty good inventor, it turns out. Pretty good. Although it looks like you combine magic and science to make this thing, because it has like a pentagram summoning circle thing And like, this literally looks very arcane, but it's also very science-y. He's a technomancer. He's a techno-magician, mixing science and magic together. Oh, that does feel nice. Well, all my sciencey weapons are like in one area right here. Oh yeah, we're gonna freeze you all. Oh man, the range on this thing too, and it's very accurate. Oh, this thing is nice. You're right, it is party time. Maybe this game is boomer shootery. Ha 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 ha. Alright, let's go. We got this. Delectable. Ow. It does have fall damage. That is a bit of a sight. Disobey. Disobey. What the fuck? Okay, a stone hand. Requires the stone spear? God, there's so many puzzles and puzzles and puzzles in this game. Dear frickin'. This mansion is gonna be a big level, I can already tell. Okay, we're gonna go down here, this way, and this way. I do like their lockpicking minigame, I will say that. I think it's one of the most enjoyable lockpicking minigames I've played in a while. Yeah, no, fuck that. Just let shooters be shooters without any boomer, millennial, exo, tuner, pendulum, fusion shit. Oh, do I detect some rage at Yu-Gi-Oh? Do I detect some Yu-Gi-Oh hatred? So I guess you're not a fan of synchro summoning? What, you don't like it when you pendulum summon out a synchro monster so you can XZ summon a tuner, which you can then synchro into a larger monster that then recurs your pendulum effect to drop even more stuff from your now refilled hand? So you're telling me you don't like that? Not hatred, just references. Oh. Okay, so I'm guessing this needs to go in the display room? I'm assuming this needs to go on one of these displays. Oh god, the fucking monkey see, monkey do puzzle again. I see no evil, I speak no evil, I hear no evil, BS. I don't play Yu-Gi-Oh, so I'm indifferent. I don't know what it is you're thinking. I think Yu-Gi-Oh has, like, long since devolved into a turn 1 format, and I have no interest in playing the turn 1 format anymore, because the one deck I played in it is no longer viable, and so I'm done. that is my extent in it, quite frankly. I used to play on Dueling Network quite a lot, actually, so I can't give it too much shit.
At least you didn't flash it around. Nice to see a rare moment of restraint.
A rare moment of restraint from Steve, of all people. Yeah, I feel like Yu-Gi-Oh has kind of stopped being a game I want to play. It's just, at a fundamental level, right? It's just not about resource management, and so it's hard for the game to slow down. Magic the Gathering, on the other hand, frick yes! Actually, it's kind of fun too, because I'm actually depowering my Arcades deck. Steve earned a Purple Heart. Yeah, the whole group of them were POWs. They got captured during the war. It's been very unclear, but apparently, yeah, they all earned like great accommodations. And there was like some falling out due to a treasure or some gold they found afterwards, after they got free. I don't know the full details. They've been a bit vague on it. And it might have been one of the dialogue sequences I kind of, like, missed while I was talking with you guys, but yeah. It is a thing. It is a thing. They talked about how they were war buddies. They went through a lot in the war, and they, like, were best friends, and then they had a falling out. And Steve went off to, like, get his fortune, right, to become this, like, famous musician. And the other, you know, he's a war hero, so he's a mayor. So he's going to become mayor. And we were the one who just kind of wanted, like, a normal-esque life, to an extent. Okay, Steve. Now you feel like the butt of some joke. Like, am I a baddie? The baddie? Feels like things sprung out of control. Money, yeah, there's plenty of it. Plenty down the drain, too. Friends? Lost one, picked up two, then lost two more. But that kind of shit I've got, there'll always be no friends. Betty? Rests in cheese. My heart aches, but I can always find another assistant. Right? Right? It always felt funny talking to a diary. It's just a sheet of paper. Will accept anything, and yet I feel this pebble in my gut. Not a hangover, not a bad trip, just something that won't go away.
Well,
and we
to
can
figure
see
out where you left your backbone, but maybe it all played out.
And we can
the way
see
it had
clearly that, like, even becoming as rich and successful as he did, right, it didn't make him happy in the end. Like, he had all this shit in the world, and he became obsessed with the occult, and learning the secrets of this parallel dimension he found and discovered. And he made all these discoveries and all these impressive things. And in the end, it didn't really bring him happiness, because he didn't have his friends anymore, and his fame and money just kind of got other people to do it. And even when he found somebody, they died. Hard to feel too bad for the guy. He can be pretty much like Yu-Gi-Oh! Zane and have a plethora of decks on different occasions. Yeah. Yeah. And also, like Zane, you can have a bunch of insane turn 1 insta-kill moves. Honestly, I used to think that Yu-Gi-Oh! GX was actually still where the game was fine. But then I remember that Zane had that insane, like, turn 2 power bond move he pulled out of nowhere in his first duel with Jaden, where he just power bonded Cyber Dragon out, like, immediately. It's one of the rare... I think Zane is one of the few Yu-Gi-Oh! Characters that has, like, not only an extremely, like, efficient deck for the time, right? He also has a deck that is very, very good at the kind of gameplay Yu-Gi-Oh! Would eventually become all about. You know, Zane Truesdale was, like, all about the turn 2, turn 3, power bond you to death with an 8,000 piercing damage attacker kind of vibe. And that's like a toned down version of what Yu-Gi-Oh! Has become in the modern day, right? It's kind of interesting when you think about it. That he's kind of like an example of what Yu-Gi-Oh! Came to be. And he was widely regarded as, like, better than a protagonist for a bit, right? Like, he beat Jaden. I think they tied in their rematch, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah. Need to find the other monkey statue. I don't want to continue without it, but I also don't know where it is. Around here, maybe? Ooh, more body armor. Yay. See, I would wonder where these bones were coming from, but it's a cartoon, so I just shouldn't think about it. It's fine. It's kid-friendly. This is all kid-friendly, right? It's all kid-friendly. He says to the people missing their heads. Ooh, how do I get in there? There's a secret room over there. I don't know how to get to it. Oh, no, Mercer! Nice to see you, bud. How have you been? We're continuing on with Mouse PI for Hire. We've gotten back from hell. We have a chain sword! We came back from hell with a chain sword. It's cool. Our magician friend was there. He dropped me into a pit a few times. We're over it. Was that Zane, or am I thinking of his brother or cousin, or what? Never mind. No. Cyrus was the kind of incompetent duelist who didn't have a lot of confidence, but eventually became good at dueling. He had the whole growing into your confident self because you're actually just as good as your brother arc. Zane was the one who was, like, the insanely good prodigy duelist who went through a dark, like, evil-ish arc where he got the, you know, Cyber Dragon, Dark Cyber Dragon, that whole vibe. It's that whole thing. Alright, I'm gonna go do the orb. The orb, we shall go talk with the orb. We'll commune with our orb and move forward from here. Let us see. Oh, I heard somebody. At least am I alive out here? Hello, if you're alive, let me know. I want to chainsaw you to death. No? Okay. Guess they're not alive. I guess oh, cool. Yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh! GX is indeed a premonition of what Yu-Gi-Oh! will become. And there were a lot of, like, combo decks with, like, like, monstrosities that were designed to just wipe you out with, like, 0 precautions for defense. Wait, before you chaz me. Chaz had a weird-ass deck. The frick? The world be... You know, it's really weird to realize, like, that he actually had magic powers. Like, I thought, I get that he had all the money in the world to look into the occult, but it's still weird.
The end of our tour.
There we go. We got the secret spy film.
I'll piece it together on the way.
Good job, my friend. You did a great job here. And we're off. To the car! Wait, I was going to the car! Seriously? I have to go the long way? Oh, what a pain! Uh-oh, the police are here. Then again, weren't they already here? Is this really a surprise? What the? That's the way I have to go, though, right? They're making me go to the house. This feels very railroady out of nowhere again. Like, they let me explore this area very openly, and now they're making me they're railroading me again. It's really annoying. All right, let's go through here. Oh, ah. Okay. All right, over this way. Door is open here. We're trying to get to the car, all the way on the other side. Grabbing a health potion. Just I did not mean Zane, but whatever the heck was the golden rod thingy home. He had multiple different decks. Oh. Oh, you're thinking of Bastion. The guy who like metagamed his decks, right? And would like pull out a specific. That guy was a fucking asshole as like a card game. If somebody in Magic like looked at you and pulled out a deck they designed specifically to counter all of your decks every time you played against them, I would want to punch them. Not gonna lie. I thought Bastion was kind of clever too when I was younger, but now that I'm older and I play a lot of card games, I'm just like, if somebody did that in real life, I'd want to punch him. Like, imagine if the guy spied on you, right? And you guys were gonna have a match. And he was like, yes, I have not just loaded up my sideboard, but my goddamn main board. And I'm not even gonna, like, because we don't have, like, proper tournaments, right? I'm gonna, like, literally only pull this deck out against you. And fuck you with it. Like, honestly. That is a real dick move, Bastion. Oh. It's one of those things that's fine in the anime, right? Because it's very clever, right? From like the perspective of, hey, we don't do actual tournaments. We just play one match against people and you like know who you're gonna play against, and people play specific deck archetypes. So like he was like the one person who didn't play like a specific deck archetype aside from like sciencey stuff occasionally. But like he was perfectly willing to just throw random junk into his deck that didn't fit the theme for no reason, or actually just to be efficient. Being multi-deck is cool, but design around them versatility, not specific opponent who has no means to do so, yeah. Like, he literally he knew Jaden likes to play elemental heroes, so he built a deck that is literally only powerful because his opponent is playing elemental heroes. That's a little bit dickish, I'm not gonna lie. It's incredibly clever if you're trying to abuse the tournament rule system they use, right? Where, like, you don't even really have, like, tournaments where you play against multiple people, or you don't have to register a single deck, you know? You can do a multi-deck strategy. Honestly, he probably can go really far in the Pro Tour, in their fucked up world, where you, like, know people and they play specific archetypes like this, right? Like, it's gonna end very well for him, where everybody else is trying to sideboard, and he's like, nah, I've got main board hate. It is also funny they don't have best 2 out of 3, especially since I don't believe Yu-Gi-Oh! Has a mulligan rule, which is really funny to me. So in a game where random hands are a thing, and they don't have a mulligan rule, they're just gonna have best of 1 matches. Like, imagine how many pro duelists, like best in the world people, have lost their title. Oh my god. That's why Yugi was that's why Yugi was the eternal king of games. Because the Millennium Puzzle is luck magic. So he would never get a dud hand. Even if his hands weren't perfect, just not getting a dud hand would automatically make him the best duelist on Earth. Oh my god. Yugi was just flat out cheating. But the only way to not eventually lose is to cheat. Because eventually you're going to get a dud hand. It's just going to happen. If you ever played any card game ever, you will eventually get a dud hand. Even mulliganing to a dud hand, and without a best 2 of 3, all luck, no skill. Okay, I really need to know where I'm going for this. Oh. See, I thought I had to, like, jump to the car and there's just a rope here. Waste all that time. If he was cheating, he would not lost once, unless you consider it plot hole. I mean, he only ever lost when, he fucked up. And even then, he usually drew the right card, unless his heart was consumed by darkness. What? His only canonical loss is against what? The fucking Orichalcum die? And he specifically was having himself, he was specifically being corrupted by the Orichalcum, right? The Pharaoh was taking full control and not working harmoniously with them. And he was losing it, right? So, his only, like, canonical loss in the show was freaking, you know, the one time he was losing his power because he gave himself over to the Orichalcos
Wanda was waiting,
seal.
and she did not like waiting.
Okay, I can do another upgrade. Kiss Kiss, Devarnisher. Pharaoh being a cheater, as he should be, should only enhance results. Yeah, that's fair. It just cracks me up, though. Alright! Oh, and of course, we gotta add a flaming skull to the super shotgun. And I don't even have any ammo for it. Boo! Hello! What the? I have a Hypno Beam that makes their heads explode. I'm not gonna explain that. I don't need to explain shit! I have a Hypno Beam that makes their heads blow up. I don't need to explain shit to you people. His OG Shadow Gamer, he has heart of the cards. But no, it's actually apparently canonical that the Millennium Puzzle grants you the ability to control out probability. He was literally cheating, like, the entire time. That's like not even, I don't even think that's subtext, I think that's literally just canon.
Big,
No,
ominous,
foreshadowy even.
Let's
It's
hope
almost
that
like we saw this in the
Bob Granny took
prologue.
the night off.
Alright. It does burn, because I'm spraying you with goddamn acid. Hello! Got anything up here for me? The heart of the cards, he doesn't play to master, he plays to punish you with Shadow Game. Yeah, that was the original premise. Pharaoh was just like a very, like, not like evil, but like definitely sadistic spirit who enjoyed punishing those who cheated at games. He wasn't even about punishing, like, evil people. He literally just punished cheaters. Or people who pissed Yugi off a bit. Man shattered... You do realize in the manga, he actually put Seto Kaiba into, like, a vegetative state? Like, they really don't go into it in the anime. But Seto Kaiba was like a goddamn vegetable. Like, he fucking broke his brain. Granted, he did beat up his grandfather, so like it was definitely like a harsher response, you know, to a harsher outcome. But like, dear gods. Ooh. Gotcha. Aha. Alright, what else? What else? So, the new Game Freak game, we're still excited for that. What else? We got Through Blood and Dragons. Our new friend on Discord seems to be doing well. If anybody new is watching on Discord, definitely check out the Discord channel. We got lots of fun things going on there. We got a new guy around. He's doing some writing, doing some talking about dragon stuff. It's all very fun. How many spirits of entropy does the Millennium Puzzle provide? Oh, gods. Honestly, I'd probably say it's an entropy 4 power, because it is insane, but it's not like god tier entropy. It's definitely enough to do harm, right? So it has to be at least entropy 4, I think. But it's also a spirit spear and a prime spear, because he can use it to inflict damage in like very direct ways. I don't know, probably like... Do people need a link to Discord? I think it's in the description of the video, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check, but I'm nearly positive there should be a link to it in the description of this video. So, I'd have to go back and check. 1 second. Oh, right. Edit. Is it in the description? Yeah. There's a Discord channel link in the description. There's a link in the description. We're all good. We're all good. We're all good, everybody. We got a link in the description. We're fine. I've been using that for a while now. We're all good. I'm starting to plug the Discord channel a bit more, because every time somebody else has joined the Discord channel, it's been fun. I've enjoyed having more people around to chat. It's gotten to the point where conversations have been going on without me being around, which is like insane. I'm very grateful everybody's over there and having fun. Talking about dragons and shit. Okay, so where are we going here? That's what the part of this game I hate the most. Figuring out where the hell I need to go. We need to get into there. So... we can't go over that way. But we can go over this way. You've been talking a lot more yourself. I have been. I've been trying to engage as much as I can. And I've been having a lot of fun doing it. It's been a very enjoyable experience. What can I say? You guys are a riot to talk to. Alright, so we can't do that. Where are we supposed to go? At this point, money is just, like, superfluous. But whatevs. Alright, let's head back this way. Maybe we... oh! Target. There we are. Oh, look, a totally normal wall. Not. Hey, here we go. And we got a pipe. Perfect. Some blueprints and the secret, and nope. Did the puzzle bring the Pharaoh and Kaiba together? No. I think the Blue Eye Spirit did, or the Millennium Rod, maybe? I don't know. Like, it's their souls are definitely intertwined in some sort of rivalry, friendship thing. Like, that's implied, at least. Or at least Kaiba got reincarnated, so, because, like, all the major players were getting reincarnated, right? Like, Bakura found his host, who looks just like his younger self. Okay, that's the part that really freaks me out, though. It's that they all got bodies that basically just look like themselves. Like, what are the odds that, aside from, like, a slight skin tone difference, you would all look exactly like yourself when you got reincarnated? Like, isn't the point of reincarnation you lived completely different lives? I get it, it's visual shorthand so we know who it is, you know, to point out to the dummies in the audience, but, like, it is a bit weird. Just to me. That explains nothing. But then again, it's fate. It doesn't need to explain shit. God, divination. Such an inaccurate school of magic. be fair, they were Japanese. That's true. But the show does show that they have a visibly different skin tone. Like, that's not me making, like, a judgment based on, like, their being Japanese. The show makes the difference. Like, the show shows Bakura with, like, the ancient, old Bakura has, like, a really tan skin, compared to his British counterpart, right? Because isn't Bakura British? Like, the modern, non-evil Bakura, the one who's not, like, a part of Zork or whatever. I'm nearly positive he's British. No, really, subjects. Alright. Got him. Now let's pick up all this ammo we can get a hold of. Pick up all the ammo we can get a hold of here. Do. Ow! I blew up in my face. Why did I kick that thing? That was stupid.
Hey, pal.
Hey, bud.
What? I'm kind of in
I'm
a
in a
rush
rush here.
I know. Places to be, gadgets to buy. But see, me and my buddy here, we're cracking cargo jokes and,
Let me guess. Fell flat.
Ooh.
worse, it landed.
Right on top of him.
We need to lift it so we can get the door open. And, save him.
I
Then
guess
why
we can
can't
save him
you
too.
do it?
Yeah, I ain't exactly built for climbing. Marcellus, though, he was real jumpy. Climby, too. Kind of like one of
Okay.
those animals. Tail, screechy
Voice.
voice, but out and proud.
You mean a monkey?
What's a monkey?
Ah, forget it. Where are the controls?
Right above us.
Ah.
Go get it, buddy.
Monkey. Those asylum cheese fumes do seem to have some lasting effects.
What the hell? I have stretchy arms? Cool. How do I do it? How do I do the grabby? Oh, I can climb over. Okay, so it's a climby thing, not like a stretchy arm thing. Got it. Rubber arms! No, it's just sticky hands. We just have Spider-Man hands, a lot more boring. I thought we were about to get a grappling hook arm, but instead we just get Spider-Man hands. Kind of stuff. Kind of lame. Kind of lame, not gonna lie. You could have given us a grappling hook arm, and instead you gave us contextual spider. Also, again, paint everywhere. Paint us everywhere. Paint me everywhere, because they can't just let us do it. Alright, there we go. Monkai. Sounds like a Warhammer 40k. I mean, that is what they call humans, right? The Eldar call humans Monkai. They do spell it differently. Yay! Secret vaults of cash! Look, this time I'm robbing the BMP. This is actually, like, morally good. Because I'm robbing, like, freaking fascists. War in the old world. Well, that's a bit glitchy. That was a bit glitchy, okay.
Wow, man.
You sure are agile.
Just like one of those, what was it? Monkeys.
Yeah,
Morally justified robbery.
Too
What's the
bad
catch?
Marcellus is
You
still
just
a
have to do it
monkey.
to evil people who would be willing to shoot you. Don't know what the deal is with that graphical texture. I think when they put that texture on there, it kind of didn't apply entirely right. It's a little bit buggy. To be fair, the game's been pretty stable, all things considered. I'm not gonna make too much of a fuss about it. It's been fairly stable. Aside from those crashes early on, but we're over that shit now. Oh, also, Disco Elysium got an update at some point last week. I was pulling my computer, the Z fighting, Gotta turn him into red face. Again, what's the catch? You have to be willing to have them shoot at you. Because that means that you're robbing people who have no compunctions about shooting you, because that's how you know they're evil. Do, do, do. All right. Ha ha ha. Yes, got him. Yeah, about that catch though. Yes. Oh, and in real life, you won't be armed to the teeth with like 50 different weapons, so you will run out of ammo and be gunned down by the you know, the horrible mob. Possibly literally, depending on what section of the game you're in. All right. Let's go take on some fascists. A dusty, yellowed, and quite soggy, to be honest, issue of the Mouse World Herald. This one's a real gem. First edition ever printed, straight out of the 19th century. Good journalism. Try and stop me. I find other ways. Well, if you can find ways to steal from notable fascists and pedophiles, I don't think anyone's going to object aside from those horrible people.
Wanda. Whew. The sheer amount of bullets I had to unload just to get to you.
Well, aren't you sweet, Jack?
So you got
the evidence?
Sure do. Steve had it stashed in his mansion. It's a tape recording of some sort.
Tape recording, huh? Bet there's a confession on it. Get it to my editor-in-chief. He's hanging around the VIP lodge, second floor. Hopefully he knows what to do with it.
What do you think the odds are that he's working for the fucking fascists? What do you think the odds are that he's working with the that her boss is working with the Big Mouse Party?
Extraordinary? Bland? Can't quite put my finger on it.
Come and see the invisible wall.
Well, these will definitely be great assets in the future.
Great. Oh, shit, there is. There is an invisible wall. Well, okay, I can appreciate the joke. I can appreciate the joke. You know, you think you're going to be going in. They did the whole display like that to make it seem like there's an actual invisible wall, but I'm going to try something. Aha! No! Bullshit! They thought of this! Damn it! My genius! Thwarted! Am I trapped in here? Oh, fuck. I don't think I'm supposed to get back here. I don't think I was supposed to get back here, guys. Oh, there we go. Ah, no, I was. We got our paintings, right? Cheese face.
Curtains are drawn. So what are they up to in there?
The editor-in-chief. Oh my God, there's a lot of Nazis. Wow, that's a lot of Nazis. Okay. So yeah, the editor-in-chief is definitely in cahoots with them. Definitely. We're gonna get up there and Wanda's boss is gonna be in cahoots with the guys. She's not gonna be happy about it, but her boss is gonna definitely be a Nazi. I mean, they're hosting a party, right? With just all the Nazis. Oh my. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Well, today's a good day to die, ladies and gentlemen. And we're gonna die in a flaming blimp, as our epilogue did so foretell. But we'll take down not Mouse Hitler, so you know. Alright. Let's see. Doo-doo. I will say, I do like the game's soundtrack. It has a good sense of style, a good vibe. What is the point of this? The developer. You know what? I like this. This is the kind of jokes I wish they've been doing the entire time. Like, they did a few like these, right? Where they were like a few... They've had a few like these sprinkled throughout the game. But I wish they had toned down the cheese stuff and done more shit like this. Where they're being very tongue-in-cheek about, like, it being a video game. I think they do those pretty well. And they're a lot more subtle and interesting than the constant cheese references. Like, how everything is just cheese. Oh, it's not a cigarette, it's a cheese stick. It's, you know, it's not wine, it's fondue. You know what I mean? Like, these are, like, way more interesting, subtle, you glance and you miss it kind of vibes.
So
and I like
slather
it.
the melted cheese on my belly like this. And then you...
Like that?
This fuse just got blown.
Group.
Gotta
Gross.
get back to Wanda.
Her boss is, yeah, called it. Like I said, this game just refuses to end. Too much cheese. No, it's not too much cheese. I don't think I'd ever say something that stupid. I don't even think there's too many cheese puns. I just think that their other humor is better, and they should have stuck to that instead. I actually don't think that there's, like, too many jokes, to be fair. Like, I feel like it's a lot of reference. And it's very cartoon logic, which is very in keeping with the game, so it's fine. I just think they do other jokes way better, and if they had focused on those instead of the cheese stuff, it would have probably been more enjoyable.
So, did you do it?
Which is much
Nope.
better of a
But
criticism than just,
Did you
there's
know
too
your
many
boss
cheese
is
puns.
doing cheese shots off the party members' bellies?
What?
Yeah, he's real cozy with the BMP. Belly button cozy.
You know what that...
Ah, great. Just great. Guess
Yes,
I'll have
I've
to quit the
Herald
Herald now. And there's no other daily worth a damn. Well, there is mainly Mouse Weekly, but penning fluff for peanuts? Again? And that office, it reeks of gorgonzola.
Wanda,
She's
hey,
mostly pissed that she's gonna get a new
the
job.
tape. What
You
do we
know,
do
I
with it?
respect her.
I don't
Because
know,
she's not
Jack.
like, well, I
It all
need my
sounds
job,
so-
Jack.
Oh, sound. Right, okay.
She's like, sure,
Someone's
her whole
making
thing is
around
like,
public
well, I
through
can't
some
work
kind
with
of a
fascists, so I guess I have to
experimental
leave my job and go back to that
Vision
shitty
and
other
sound.
place that I used to
All
work
powered
at.
by this
God, I
World
hated
Fair's
that place, but
inventions.
at least I'm not working
And
with
yeah,
fascists.
all runs
Like,
on a tape
major
recorder.
respect for her for, like,
Perfect.
not
We're
even,
blasting over
not even, like,
loudspeakers.
talking about
Where's
how
all the big
maybe we
broadcast
can
from?
expose him. It's like,
There's a
no,
sound
she
booth right above
immediately
the
went
BNP
to,
rally
oh,
grounds.
the people in
Used
charge
to
are
be for
fascists?
Devil Song
Well, okay,
karaoke
I
or
guess I'm not
something.
working here
Now
anymore.
it's for
Just, like,
mastering audio.
immediately.
Even
Mad
better,
respect to
the
her as a
devil is in
character
the
for that.
details, and it's details
Mad
I'm
respect to you
about
as a character,
deliver.
Wanda. You're an actually good person. You know, she's after the scoop, but she's legitimately a good person, right? Because she's like, immediately, just the moment that she found out the truth, she's like, I'm gone. Bollocks, time to find a new job. Yeah, respect to her. Enough. I have seen so many games where characters will be like, oh no, I can change this. I can get rid of the one bad guy. Like, it isn't like an entire system of people who are probably on board with him, right? Wanda gets it. Wanda gets it. She's like, no, this entire organization is probably just a shit thing. Like, there's no redeeming it at that point. When you're run by fascists, it's over. You need to get going or tear the whole thing down. One of the two. Not even a denial or rationalization. Yeah, literally. She didn't even try and rationalize it. That is, again, mad respect to her, because now there are plenty of characters I've seen that did not do this. Plenty of, like, you know, writers who aren't willing to let characters have that strong an opinion about stuff. Again, like, this game has some seriously decent, like, not amazing writing, but it's pretty good for what it's trying to be, if not great. I do like its commentary. Its characters, for being cartoon characters, they do behave relatively reasonably as, like, realistic characters, right? They have clear views. They stand by those views to a degree that makes sense. The people who are more like, maybe I can change it from inside. Yeah, exactly. None of that bullshit. She's like, no, they're fascists. That's not gonna get better. It's only gonna get worse, and staying around is gonna be shit for me. I'm not doing that. I'm seeing. And the thing is, she's also like seen the story, right? She's seen all the evidence Jack's been giving her about how bad the Mouse Party's been. And she's like, all right, we can get to my boss though. We're an independent news journalist, and we're working with the enemy. Fuck. All right, well, I'm not working with them anymore. Bye.
If I had to hide an arc.
Again, mad respect to the writers and the character. It fits with her character, and it also, like, has her be a character arc, right? Because, like, Jack's been showing off corrupt institutions the entire game. You had the cultists, who were essentially the fanboys of the, the magician, who kind of went full human sacrifice. Then you had the police, who became corrupt. You had the police chief in particular. And so Wanda's been confronted with, like, so many corrupt people in on this conspiracy at this point. She's like, no, I'm not going to rationalize it. No sane individual at this point in the story would try and rationalize it. Because we've seen just how deep their paws are in every little thing. I can't even understand what should I do now. That'd be fine, as long as it's not denial. Yeah, like her whole thing is like, God damn it, there's not another newspaper worth a damn. I mean, I guess I can go back to my previous job, but God, I hated that room. She's not saying she's not going to do it. She's saying, I know I'm going to do it, and it's going to suck, but it's the right thing to do. There's, like, people talk about, like, realistic characters, and they don't seem to get stuff like this, and it drives me insane. Because you can have all the gritty realism you want, but if characters don't act like this, like a reasonable character would upon finding out their news organization is in bed with fascists, and then still calling themselves a good journalist, right? Like, because Wanda wants to see herself as this kind of, yeah, I go after the sensationalist scoop occasionally, but I want to give good news that'll show people, you know, the truth.
So I tell him, get rid of the shrews. Don't care how. I want a clean red line of free housing. I drop Stelton and grab that frickin' magician's fortune. I don't care how. Dump upon the loonies on it if you have to. Just do something. Oh, and deal with the magician's inheritance while you're at it. Wow. Quite the dump to unload. All in one breath. Hey, why waste words, right? Not like anyone's recording. Even those old world eggheads don't have that kind of tech.
Running away. What a surprise.
Realistic character usually means petty and relatable, and that's why Re-Requiem sucks, much to Leon Kennedy. Too much campiness and coolest, too much cheese.
Especially not a rat like Stilton. Please, that guy's got no bite in his fangs.
Oh, it just keeps going. It just keeps going.
Overpriced and soft. Wow.
You know, but people must have been like, wait. You know, now that I'm actually like listening to this, imagine how cocky people probably were before audio recordings were a thing. People probably used to just spill. You know that scene in like a lot of things where the evil vizier will be like plotting, and then the person will like signal the guards and they'll sweep in. It's like, we've heard everything. It's like before listening devices like this, before recorders were a thing, I bet evil people were like way cockier with like ranting to their subordinates. You know? Because he's like, yeah, what are you gonna do? It's not like they can record this, and it's my word against theirs. And I'm the trusted vizier, or the mayor, or the king, or the prince. They can't charge me with killing my own brother. Where's their evidence? Now we have recorders. And our dear friend managed to miniaturize one. And ironically, putting Kaiba into a coma was actually an act of mercy. It was? I don't remember that being an act of mercy, but okay. I remember that being an act of ultra pettiness.
Come on. Come on.
God damn it.
Ah, great, he's going up.
He's going up.
You ain't going anywhere. Because guess what? We've got someone
Lawman lurking here, Don.
special
Yeah, he's been
here.
around.
Someone
We actually have 4
close
people on
to
stream
your
at the moment.
gold ticket.
I have no idea who's the 4th, but thank you, 4th person. I'm glad to have you. Unknown 4th individual. We actually had 5 at one point, Noah
Closest
Mercer.
thing I got to a dad.
There it blooms. Understanding. Last warning, Peppa. One more step and
Oh, you're gonna kill an innocent girl?
up goes the head.
I swear, I will rain fire and habanero jack on you, you flat-elbowed buzzard.
Yeah! Get him, get him, get him, get him, get him! Beat him up! We got Popeye powers! Popeye powers! You dare harm an innocent child? We shall Popeye punch you to death! Sorry, YouTube decided to lag me incredibly. I get it, it happens sadly. Yeah, YouTube be like that occasionally. Boom, baby!
First I kill him, then I cuff him. In that order.
Yep, got it. Oof. Ow. Since when does he have like sentient, like machine gunning announcers? Speakers? Loudspeakers? I don't know what those things are. They're weird. They create force fields. Alright. Ice up! We've got ice beam powers. Let's have him icing and firing.
First I kill him, then I cuff him. In that order.
Yes! Ice 'em! Eat the cheese! We've got this. We're in the final stretch. We're actually finishing this tonight. We're finishing this tonight. Yes! We're back to the epilogue, everybody.
Away this time.
We're epiloguing. Or not the epilogue. We're back to where the prologue had us.
No room for mistakes now. Time to move, proper like. And
Oh,
finish
so
this.
yeah, so we did the prologue just now. So now we're like back to here. Well, I don't have enough to like max out my weapons. I definitely missed a lot of blueprints. Ooh, let's see. Get wrecked. God, the Tommy gun is so much fun. Tommy gun be fun weapon. Now we got 2 more hours of chase. No, please, I beg of you. Look, I've enjoyed this game, but it really does draw out a few sections, I think, longer than it needed to.
Bastard go.
Alright, come on. Just kidding, or do I? You really, really are trying to test the limits of my being. Multiple routes is kind of interesting. Alright, money, 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 money. Money at the very end, too, like it matters. Like, at this point, it's like just a secret scoreboard. How much money can you end the game with? Honestly, $1,400 in, like, 1950s money? Or 1934? We have $1,034 on us in 1934 money. That's actually how much is that? Hey, can somebody do an inflation calculator? $1,034 in 1934. This is like apparently the World Fair of 1934. I do know that's gonna be a shit ton of money.
Uh-oh, we got company.
Like, that would be a lot back then. Alright, let's go, go, go. Rush through the puzzles. Come on. You got this. Yes. Open the door. Pull the lever. Give me money. Shot. Open that door. Come on.
That's it, Sawyer. You got nowhere left to run.
Yep.
I run toward the dream. A bright future ruled by big mice.
You're just a fascist asshole.
Hey,
Go fuck yourself. Is it new of me to be gremlining around? Come on now. It is not new. Gotcha. Oh yeah, we have Demon Blade power. The mind actually, I actually have come around to the mind laser because it gets around shields, which is actually really nice. It's very nice for those shield guys. All right. Ha ha ha! $1,000 in 1934 would be around $25,000 today. And I'm carrying around about $1,500. So that means I have over $30,000 in today's money burning a hole in my pocket. I essentially have a savings account worth of money in my pocket. That's insane. DJ sadly doesn't show up. Someone has to cover for him. Maybe he's our silent watcher. Who knows? What if they tried a demon blade up in the freaking it sounded like a random demon blade up in the behind the bar. Just hanging there, just chilling. Alright. Yo, DJ, if y'all there, howdy! I love how we took time from these, like, from this dangerous chase after essentially like a freaking not wannabe Hitler, who has our surrogate daughter, right? To go grab some money in an event. We need to be even richer to take care of her once we save her.
That guy's got stamina. I'll give him that.
Oh yeah. Ha ha ha! Gotcha! Man, these weapons really do pop. I still wish they had more base. I mean, I keep saying that till the end of the days, and if I review this game, it will definitely be in that review. Because they need more base. But, aside from that, they feel good to play with. They feel really solid to play with. Why do we even need a blueprint at this stage? I guess New Game Plus? And not Serious Sam to transport to Mouseverse and he'd be like, sniff this, I smell a cheese. Something smells cheesy.
Won't make it to the end, huh?
Alright, the Hindenburg of the mice.
Sawyer!
I know he's way too far.
I can hear you just fine, you meddling.
Oh, he's kind of exhausted.
With the engines and the wind?
Don't care.
Fair enough.
So we go over New Game Plus? No, I don't have time.
Not a chance. This is the end of the line for you, Pepper.
We'll see about that.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Alright, so how do I go after Sawyer? I guess we make the leap of faith? No, I can't make a leap of faith. Okay. Then what do I do? Oh, come on! This is the most blatant invisible wall of my life. Fuck that shit. Come on! Oh, I've got to kill this last guy who got stuck behind a goddamn door. And now the door will open. I swear.
You rocked the boat too hard. This is where you fall down.
Jump already! We can helicopter! What is wrong with you, Pepper? Oh, I get it. So we can have a cool airplane scene.
You a sight for sore eyes.
What? What the? Okay, I was holding forward and I fell off. Huh. Interesting. Very interesting.
Don't go counting your mice just yet. They're coming. Get them off my tail.
With pleasure.
Where are they? We've got incoming. I love he's just standing on the plane like it's no big deal.
Now this is what I call a target-rich environment.
Oh. Hey! Woo! Let's go. I love how they're making platforms for me. Very kind to my enemies to give me room to shoot them. Very kind to my enemies to give me room to shoot them with.
We're feeling downright heroic here.
Funny that thing now that I think about it, Ratchet & Clank is New Game Plus is integral to the experience. Yep.
Another way down.
Oh.
How many are we talking?
Just jump and keep going. Oh, we have infinite ammo. What are we doing? I keep saving ammo, but I have infinite ammo. I didn't notice the ammo signal had turned infinite. Oh god, that's great. This is how I like my boss fights. Fucking unfair for the enemies. Wait, do I have infinite ammo with a laser? Oh, freaking yes! This thing is like a 2-hit kill at most. And I have infinite ammo on it. Oh, I like this set piece a lot. Give me infinite ammo. Oh no, I don't have infinite ammo anymore. Boo! Boo! Give me more infinite ammo. That was so much fun. I didn't realize it until it was almost too late.
Yeah, he's got John, genius. We haven't heard from him since last night.
Someone close to my heart.
He thought he had the daughter, and he had John.
All right, I'm going. Sheesh.
I love how we have, oh, it's secretly John. He doesn't have the kid. He still thinks the daughter is like dead or something. That's hilarious. We were like, oh no, my surrogate child. And it's still not, it is actually pretty powerful. It's the most damage I think you can do aside from the rocket launcher. It doesn't have the splash damage that kills you. It's just having access to a weapon with infinite ammo makes it actually good, and then they don't give it to me for that long, or I didn't realize I had infinite ammo for that long. So I couldn't really do much with it. Which kind of sucks, not gonna lie. I was like, if I had a whole boss fight where I had infinite ammo, got to like play around my strongest weapons, that would have been great. But they like, nah, just temporary. Okay, so we get like one more chance to upgrade, but I don't have enough for upgrading anything here.
Welcome to the trap, mouse.
Oh yes, a
All right,
mousetrap
Sawyer,
reference.
This is it. The end of the line.
And I'd have gotten away with it too, if it weren't for you, you meddling mouse.
Nuh-uh. Not without Curd feeding you
Orders.
orders.
A puppet's just dead wood
without a pulling hand.
How dare you? Without me,
BMP will find someone else. Maybe not as camera-friendly, sure, but just as easy to steer. Because let's face it, Sawyer, you couldn't scheme your way out of a running wheel. You're just not that smart.
Ooh.
You! Why won't you just die already?
I love how the fish they're suspending him over don't even look
Too
that
damn
dangerous.
stubborn. And you.
But he's a
you're
shrew,
out of
so like
time.
they're just gonna eat him.
Nice little pea shooter, clown.
Whoa!
Ah, my bonus special.
Got him. Alright, let's pull this up.
Where's your oomph now, Pepper?
I got plenty of it, bud. Watch!
A Cooper Wings is gonna throw these rockets.
Look at me go!
We interrupt this broadcast with fresh intel
Oh?
from our friendly Herald reporter. This just in, folks. BNP sucks.
You pesky
Yep.
house. How dare you?
You guys suck!
It's time to get focused.
Playing on people's fears
Copying
and like the
someone else's
insecurities
work,
of the
yeah.
fucking worst of
Classic.
humanity. Or mouse kind, I guess, in this case. Also, your laser trap is dumb. I can just walk through it. Oh, look, I played jump rope. You suck at making stuff. You really did need my friend
Can I control
Bangle
the
to do
masses
anything.
now?
Why are you leaving holes in it, asshole? You know what? You deserve this. You deserve this ass whooping. That's right. Tell him, girl. Oh, okay, that one hurt. That one hurt. I should have used the hook to go over that one. That hurt. Oh, I can't stand in there. I was getting hurt.
Look closely. The criminal detective.
Okay.
Free speech.
Ah, look at you.
Aw,
getting
Chris,
nervous.
you're just a scared little crook. Well, yeah, he's not that big of a fish. I mean, he was doing like a citywide conspiracy, don't get me wrong, but most of that was because he knew influential
Sounds
people.
like your rig's taking a beating.
Get wrecked.
They spin lies with a thread thick enough to anchor a ship.
Take him down, take him down. Step 5. Also, your weird, creepy speaker mouths are just gross. Just gonna say that. They don't need the tongue, but you gave it to them anyway, weirdo. Like my laser, my brain laser doesn't need a tongue, so it's clearly not like needed, you know, for like the invention. Sawyer! We hate that guy because he sucks.
He is corrupt? I am so shocked.
She's like, oh no, the shady organization in bed with a lot of powerful people is corrupt? Who could have guessed? Like, you get the vibe that everyone was kind of like, yeah, they're definitely up to some sus shit. But most people probably thought that it was like, you know, the usual political bribe shit. And not, oh look, we're trying to like euthanize an entire section to build nice neighborhoods.
D-U-N-P.
I love how she said like, oh, I'm so shocked. It's like, yeah, they were probably always up to some shady shit, but shady shit.
And of course, the criminal PI destroys our culture.
Ow, that hurt.
Boy, this got real old real fast.
Oh, ow, whoa. This is
BNP
neat.
is a bunch of debased morons. Can you believe it?
You know, the insults to Sawyer are really, really livening up this boss fight. Also, wow, this is a lot of maneuvering. Oh, wow. This thing just need to warm up or something like that, because I'm regretting insulting it, because it's getting a little intense.
Stop moving, damn it!
I like this way too much.
Oh, boy. Woo. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Jump through. You know, I'm getting Red Queen flashbacks, but like less confident.
Huh. Would you look
Ow.
at that?
Alright, when can I attack Sawyer?
Penetrated. Figures.
Ow.
How are you still alive? Oof, that felt expensive.
Ah, everything's breaking. Everything's breaking. Oh, look, you're almost force fielding more, asshole.
Pepper. Enough of all this, you damn mouse. Your little stunt changes nothing, you hear? Nothing will break PMP.
You don't have
Time to
force
end
field
this
anymore.
nightmare rally.
He's gonna fight me? Oh man, this is hilarious. Dude, what do you think you're gonna do? Oh, of course he's not gonna fight me. He's gonna send his buddy to do it for him. Because he's that pathetic.
Your goons go down, then I'm coming for you. I was supposed to save this for a special occasion. Oh well. Excelsior! Something.
Oh boy, we have Laser Unlimited. Look at reload speed too. This thing is great with unlimited ammo. Don't know what you're talking about. Give this thing unlimited ammo and it's fucking broken. Alright! It just has horrible ammo capacity. Like, that's its main drawback. It's just not having the bullets. Alright! And got him. Now we just gotta get these guys. Look at him go down. Going down. Still not as fuck off as I'd like. Not broken enough for my liking. Yeah, for how limited ammo you get, I will say, I wish it was either more powerful, like an auto one-hit kill, or like, you know, automatically do like 10% of a boss's health or something. Oh god.
Approval ratings gonna love these rockets.
Like, I don't like being trapped in this like small little ring while he's firing down at me. I hate this kind of boss fight. It's like, hey, I would like to actually be able to use my movement against him, but I'm stuck in like an open area, not really being able to weave and dodge. I like the movie studio fight. That was pretty good. This one's kind of just shoot to the eyes.
This is it.
Shoot either a Ray Gun Mark 1 or Rhino kind of powerful, or BFG. Yeah, BFG really is the standard. Oh yeah, let's kick his ass.
It'll be okay. My body will
No,
be
no, your
okay.
party's not recovering from this scandal, bitch.
Right? So you
This is the kind of scandal that like completely destroys a party permanently.
I can use it. Burn that one. Don't
Like
use
you
that.
went on a rampage with fighter jets in the sky. Your party is not. You have single-handedly like destroyed your party's reputation. Hey, Jack, how you been, bud?
John, you
More or less. Those acid-swimming sharks weren't at all excessive.
Don't want acid icon of sin fight, yeah. This wasn't acid-swimming sharks. They were like barely alive fish
Saw
in
some evac
water.
planes in the back when they dragged me in. But hey, did we win? Is this thing finally over?
Yeah,
Well,
it's
define
over.
What was that?
Nothing. Let's get out of here. I bet Tammy's already threatening someone with a wrench.
All right, we are reaching the
What a
this is
wild
World Ride, huh?
John
We got the villain back in there.
Tammy made
We're not
the
leaving him to go crash and burn.
down.
Indeed, it takes rockets to be
Little
icon of
guys
sin.
are
Yeah,
with a shot at a better tomorrow. A couple of days
Stilton,
of peace
if we're lucky.
Still, Something tells me there are cheese strings out there yet to be unraveled.
And thus the mysteries continue.
Today, I'm
done. Very classic noir of it all.
Am I kidding? The journey goes on, straight through the night, hoping dawn remembers to show.
Very classy noir of him. Very classy noir. And this has been Mouse PI for Hire, everyone. It's a pretty fun game, all considered. I think I'm coming away pretty positive. Mostly because the classic animation is good. It's got that retro vibe. It's fun and zany. It has good characters. Solid writing. And moments that make me go, fuck yeah, right? Like, that's what you want in a game. It's not perfect or anything. A handcrafted tale born of ink, sweat, and stubborn dreams. From the bottom of our gritting heart, thank you for playing. That's just sweet. Ah, got up. Oh yeah, I like this. Would it be perfect if they went all in on the cell shading? Yeah, but I kind of like the vibe they went for. Their 3D cell shading thing really does come nicely, and I think overlaying with the 2D stuff has a unique vibe to it. So I think it's good. All things considered, though, nice electro swing. Yeah, a nice electro swing. Their soundtrack, I'm gonna get their soundtrack and put it on my Plex server. Gonna be honest, I'm gonna buy their soundtrack and I'm gonna put it on my Plex server because it sounds good. They've got some good bangers in there. Not a single song I think is like a standout, though this is pretty good, I won't deny it. But like, all in all, great. JT Music did a great song with them, by the way. If you never listen to JT Music's like video game songs, listen to their stuff. Good stuff. I like their Mouse PI for Hire rap song. Pretty good. But yeah, I think this is where we're gonna leave off for tonight. I guess I will see you all next time on Tuesday, where we will finish shelving the library and move on to Through Blood and Dragons on Thursday. Nah, it's well crafted. It did not deserve half the critique it received. It has issues. I'm not gonna say it's a flawless game. It's not like flawless or perfect. It's not like an Expedition 33 moment. I'm like, this is just sheer perfection. But it's solid. It's a nice, solid, really good game. To library cronk. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.